Alright guys, so welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video, we're going to talk about a very special pair of headphones. When you think of Sennheiser, you generally don't think about bass. You think about studio reference, you think about extreme clarity, you think about more of a flat sound signature. Well, today that changes. Today we're talking about the Sennheiser 4.30. Okay, so to start with, the one thing that I want to point out that's important, it depends on what device you have because Sennheiser offers two different variations of this headphones. If you own an Apple product like an iPhone or an iPad, you want to make sure to get the 4.30i, and if you own anything Android, you want the 4.30G. Today I'm reviewing the G model because I have a Samsung phone, but everything works exactly the same, so this review pretty much covers the Apple review as well. Alright, so to start with accessories, it's very simple. Even though these things are absolute bass monsters, they don't require any kind of power. So we don't have a charging cable, we don't have batteries, we don't have any of that. We have a simple drawstring carrying pouch, and that's really just to keep from scratches. It's not really going to protect it from any kind of heavy damage, but it does the job. Okay, now the cable is also a little different. On the end that plugs into the device, you do have a 3.5mm angled plug. The cable itself, it's round, but it's also kind of flat. It's not the exact same as like an extreme flat cable or one that's rounded, but this does keep it from being tangled, which I really like. You do have your controls, your mic to be able to take calls, your play, pause, and skip, volume up, volume down, and that's why it's important that you get the one that matches if you have an Apple device or an Android device, because if you buy the Android one, it's not going to work on Apple and vice versa. The plug that goes into your headphones. This is where it's a little different because you can't just go use a normal 3.5mm cable. I don't know if this is 2.5mm or 1.5mm. It's really small, but it also has grooves along the connector to be able to plug into the headphones and then twist and lock. It's very simple, but again, it makes it where you have to keep up with this cable. Okay, so now onto the headphones themselves. The first thing you're gonna notice is this looks more like Sennheiser went and designed a consumer-friendly headphone. This doesn't look like the huge audiophile headphones. It's not the big open back headphones. The headband is really thin. It is all plastic, which usually I knock in products, but I understand what they're trying to do here. They're trying to keep this set extremely light. All right, so the things that you want to point out as far as branding goes, it's simple. Just a Sennheiser logo, simple Sennheiser at the top, and then a Sennheiser logo on the other side. That's pretty much it. The top is plastic, and along the bottom part of the headband is a rubber silicone material. A lot of padding is not needed because these really weigh nothing. Your right and left are marked on the inside part of the ear cup. Another easy way to remember it with these headphones is wherever your cable's plugged in, it's on the right side. I'm used to cables being on the left, so it took a little while to get used to that, but that's no big deal. The ear cups on the outside, again, is plastic. You see that these swivel like this. Now, what's cool about this is normally you can't do this this much with headphones because there's a cable that runs into the headband, or you see those little loose cables that usually run across the ear cup onto the headband. Well, what Sennheiser did is they're running the headphone cable, or the cables for the headphones, inside this little bracket of the headphone. Now, as long as the cable stays in there, that is perfect. Like, nothing gets in the way, there's no loose cables, there's nothing that's gonna break. And that's one thing that usually drives me insane about headphones, and Sennheiser kept away from doing that. Ear cups. Look how thick and monstrous this padding is. I mean, it is so soft. You can sit there and mash it down, and it takes forever for it to pop back up. Now, the way that they design these, they are considered over the ear. I don't think they're really over the ear because of the way they are designed. I think almost any size ear is going to more or less sit on top of the ear pad. So I would consider these on/over the ear headphones. But the padding is so soft that it really doesn't matter. I mean, it just engulfs your ear. It's super comfortable, and you could wear them for long periods of time. Now, these also do fold down, which makes it extremely convenient for travel, because a lot of headphones now, for some reason, don't fold down, and it's just bulky and takes up more room. This is where it gets fun to talk about these headphones. This is where these retail for $99. Okay, so Sennheiser is giving you consumer-friendly headphones for $100 that you don't have to power with batteries. You don't have to worry about plugging on. This is just throw them on and just get out the door and go. These things sound incredible. Now, if you really like bass, this is the set for you. Now, if you go into it thinking you're buying a pair of Sennheisers because you want studio quality, flat signature, really accentuated trebles, that's not happening in these. These are going to push bass up front, and it still has really good mids, and I thought the treble came through really well. I think if anything, the mids maybe sat back just a little bit, which gives you more of a warmer sound signature, which is what I prefer. I was able to just listen to music for hours with these, and it just blew me away what it brings out in music. And what I mean by that, usually you're talking about little sounds you don't normally hear. No, I'm talking about the bass that this brings out in music. It's insane, okay? It's insane. And not only just with music. Plugging these into my PS4 and playing Titanfall 2, explosions sounded real. They felt real. Like, it's not vibrate across the top of your head like the Crusher wireless are, but it really tickles your ear. I know that sounds weird, but if you get enough impact, or if you're listening to a song with enough bass, you really are gonna feel it with these. So I think Sennheiser did something extremely special. They said, okay, consumers like bass. They like a certain type of sound, and Sennheiser gives you options if you don't. They have tons of other headphones and headsets, but damn, if you like bass, you need to own these, and only for $100. Like, I can't give these enough praise for what they were able to do, because I thought the whole sound signature, if you want to kind of look at it, will go bass is here, mids kind of come down, and trebles slightly come up, but it's more like this, but it's not bloated, it's not muddy, it didn't mix in with everything else. It just had a good balance to where you weren't burying other sounds, but you're gonna feel bass no matter what. So guys, that is my quick review of the Sennheiser 4.30. I'm not sure what it is with the name. I know they have a 4.20, and I don't know the differences, but I do know that the 4.30 is mind-blowing for bass lovers. So for $100, if you're looking for something that's gonna give you impact with games or make you feel your music, I highly recommend them. And thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys again. All the support on all the other videos has been incredible. I can't thank you guys enough. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.